Oh, so this is a good one. This is gonna be a good one right here.
They're all good.
They're all good, but this is gonna be real good
Well, I guess we'll see.
because this is poetry, and we shining a light on you tonight because I've had my poetry calls. I've had my poetry, my separate poetry I've read, and things of that nature. But you have not even. This is your first.
This is
Like,
my first, this is my first time sharing my poetry.
this is your first time sharing your poetry. Oh my goodness.
hmm And I honestly haven't written that much poetry in my life, but
You've
I've
been writing and you've been posting in the group. Don't do that.
but I've been writing lately. I've had more inspiration lately.
Yep.
So
So I hope you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Because that
okay,
this is all you right now. This is you
well,
need
I have them. I have them.
come on. We want to hear all this last hour is for you.
Which one?
I want you to start off and this is typically what we do. We'll share a poem and then we share what it's about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of break it down. So you can start off at the top with whatever ones you want and then read them to us and then break it
Well,
down to us.
I suppose we'll just start with the one that I wrote, like the first one I wrote,
Mhm.
like this. Yeah, the first one I wrote that I shared. The first one. Okay.
Come on with it.
All
Come on with it.
right, hold on. That it's opening.
She said, hold on, Trey.
Don't rush me.
I'm on with
Okay.
it.
And this one is called Who Am I?
Wow.
Who am I, you ask? One of the most difficult questions to answer.
Mm,
I dislike attention and being the center, afraid to talk about myself and be seen as conceited. Some would say I'm sweet, others say bitter. It all depends on the person you knew, the environments brought, and the circumstances gone through. Who am I, you ask? And many people could answer, giving a different experience they had. She's kind, she's loving, compassionate, a good friend, sister, and daughter. Others who brought out the worst would say she's selfish, arrogant, a victim, a bitch. But the one whose opinion matters
mm,
the most, the one who gets the final say, tells me and those who ask exactly who I am. She is a child, a daughter of the king, one loved and called to a greater purpose. Beauty is she because she was knit together in her mother's womb by the greatest artist of them all. She is bold because I have given her a voice and strength like a lion. She is gentle because I have shown her the importance of being a lamb. She is worthy, for I have called her worthy. She is my child, my beloved. So who am I? I am a work in progress, a beautiful
mm.
creation of the most wonderful creator, growing, learning, healing, becoming the best version of me that I can, and doing my best to show that love to the world. And that is that one.
Come on, come on. And the title of it again was Who Am I?
Uh, yeah, who am I?
All right, come on, break it down for us. Come on.
Okay. All right. So this is like, like people always ask, who are you?
Hmm.
Like people, it's like one of those like fundamental questions that people ask you.
Hmm.
And I started out with, who am I, you ask? It's one of the most difficult questions to answer because, I mean, especially for me, because it's like, I don't like to be the center of attention. I don't like to have the focus on me.
Hmm.
And so to talk about myself, you feel conceited.
Hmm.
Um, so I have that in there. And then, just some of the things that people have said, I guess, about me. I'm sweet. Some people would say bitter, especially because of like the circumstances I've gone through, like with my divorce or with other things, you
Yeah.
know. Um, they might not think that I'm over it.
Yeah.
Um, and that's why I go into it all depends on the person you knew. the environment's brought and the circumstances gone through.
Yeah.
Like some people have met me in different times of my life,
Yeah.
in different like aspects of my life. Some people have
Yeah.
been through it all.
Hmm.
Um, so they've seen the changes. Some people have only recently met me.
Yeah.
They only see what I'm like now, but they didn't
Hmm.
know the person before.
Yeah.
And then again, I go into many people could answer, giving a different experience of what they've had. So, like, you could ask my sisters and my friends, they would give you,
Mm. A
she's,
different. Yeah.
yeah, kind, loving, compassionate, good friend, sister, daughter. I mean, most of those people, like you ask those people, they'll say nice things about me.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Why wouldn't it? Absolutely.
And then, I said others who brought out the worst would say she's selfish, arrogant, a victim, a bitch. So there's some people that have left my life who might
Yeah.
feel that way. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess I don't know. Like I could imagine them saying that. Maybe they have nice things to say about me too, but I
Yeah.
could I could hear them saying those things. They have
Mm.
said those things to me before, so
Mm.
so
Wow. They've
and
said those things to you.
yeah.
Wow.
But then, and this is something that like, as part of like my healing has been is
Yeah.
just going back to, and then this part, I said, but the one whose opinion matters the most, the one who gets the final say, tells me and those who ask exactly who I am. So like this part is just like where it's like I take and think about and look at what God says and what
Yeah.
God has like, in his word even
Hmm.
said. This is what he says about everybody. I
Yeah.
mean, and like some of them are like specifically, I guess, catered to me in things where I've had people speak words
Yeah.
over me and like speak things over me um that I like called on. But then I switched the verbiage, like I switched from like talking like in first person I to third person she in this
Mm.
particular part because this is specifically God speaking at this point,
Yeah.
speaking because it says the one who gets the final say tells me and those who ask exactly who I am, and that's when it shifts into the
It
third person.
shifts.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, and this is God speaking. She is a child, a daughter of the king, one loved and called to a greater purpose.
Mm.
Beauty is she because she was knit together in her mother's womb by the greatest artist of them all. And I know,
Mm.
like, God is humble, but he also is all powerful. So like he can speak about himself in that way. Like,
Absolutely.
like
Yeah.
and he is the greatest
Yeah.
artist of them all. And he does like he knits everybody together in their mother's womb, but he knows
Hmm.
all of these things and that we are like that. And
Yeah.
then this part, she is bold because I have given her a voice and strength like the lion. Uh, and like, that's something that I've been working on
Yeah.
is like my boldness, like and not being afraid, because I was afraid for a long time and lived in fear and,
Afraid of
held
what? Just
just
everything you said.
everything.
Gotcha.
Lots
Gotcha.
of
Gotcha.
things. My own
Yeah.
voice,
Yeah.
just whatever, you
Yeah.
know, being thought of negatively, like just
Yeah.
afraid of people, what people
Mm.
thought.
Yeah.
But and that's like one of the reasons that I even have the tattoo of the lioness
Mm.
is like just I have had people speak over me that I am like a lion, like God is calling me to be a lion.
Yeah.
And you know, and there's like a lot of verses in the Bible about being a lion and being the lion of Judah and all that stuff. And even my
Yeah.
hair kind of can be reminiscent of a lion's mane sometimes when
Yeah.
it's like untamed.
Mm. You so silly. You are hilarious.
No,
I
but
know
it's
you did not just compare your head to the lion, man. Yo,
it
I
does
cannot.
look like a lion's
I
mane sometimes.
cannot.
Long line.
Oh, that's hilarious. But go ahead. I give you
But
some. I give you some.
anyways, so that's something that I'm still like working through. But that's also
Yeah.
why like the lioness on my side is kind of a reminder of that as well for
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
And then she is gentle because I've shown her the importance of being a lamb and something like I have like I mean I mastered the the lamb part. It's the lion that I'm still working on.
Good.
But and then she is worthy for I've called her worthy. She is my child, my beloved.
Mm.
Um and just like I think for me there was a lot of times where I felt worthless
Yeah.
and so just having that reminder of just like God sees us as worthy and sees me as
Yeah.
worthy. Like there's
Hmm.
like we wouldn't have been created if he didn't love us.
Yeah.
Like like our worth like we are worth like okay, I think we had this conversation the other day, but like we were worth far more than the lilies in the field and the birds in the air. Like
Yeah.
it says that in the Bible too. So then the very end, I then shift back to my perspective because God's done talking. And I say, so who am I?
Mm.
I'm a work in progress, a beautiful creation of the most wonderful creator, growing, learning, healing, becoming the best version of me that I can, and doing my best to show that love to the world.
Yeah.
So just like basically ending it on um an aspect of like I'm still becoming me. Like I am
Yeah.
me, but I'm
Yeah.
still becoming. Like I don't think that there's ever a time where we really stop growing, you know?
Yeah. Hmm.
So we're always becoming more of what we are.
Yeah.
So that is that one.
That's
That's
good. That's good.
how it goes.
That's good. Give us more. Come on. Come on. Give us some more. I want to hear
Okay,
another. That was just one.
that
But
was
but
just
the, but an in-depth breakdown. I truly respect that. Absolutely. I appreciate that.
mm-hmm.
But I
No,
want more.
no, I put a lot of thought into like
I see.
my poems take
Oh
a lot.
my goodness.
Like I sometimes like for me it's like sometimes I'll have like these words in my
Yeah.
mind that just like are floating around.
Yeah.
And then so like I'll kind of like rough draft them
Yeah.
and put them in, but then I tweak it until it's something that I love.
Incredible. I thought you said you wasn't a poet.
Um, I don't always feel like I am.
I don't know why. Like doggone.
Okay, so this next one is called Walls.
Yeah.
And um it actually has like two parts. So now I'm trying to decide which I should read first
Yeah.
because like this Walls is like part two of
Mm.
like the like I had an original rough draft,
Yeah.
like a rough draft
Yeah.
um that I made. Hopefully I can find it. There it is. So I'm trying to decide if I should read that first and then go into the like this is part two. Yeah, we'll read. Yeah, okay. I think we will. You have to go part one and then part two.
Okay.
That's how we're
Come on
gonna.
with it.
Okay,
Come
so
on with it.
this one didn't have a name. I just called
Hmm.
it poetry slash possible song.
Hmm.
And this was my rough draft. I said
Come on with it.
putting up walls where putting up walls where a door used to be, all because I kept giving the wrong man a key. Never
Mm.
should have let them in, left my heart beaten and broken, bruised and abused by the words that were used. Finding myself has been a journey, don't always know who to trust. Lock up my heart and let the chain rust.
Mm.
So that's like that was a really rough draft that had elements of like I wrote this actually after uh a bad first date.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, I mean, it was like it's also based upon my ex.
Mm.
But my
Ex-husband.
ex-husband, yeah,
Okay.
based on my ex-husband is also based on this bad, well, I guess it wasn't, the first date itself wasn't bad. It just turned into a bad, like, and we call him refund guy is what I call him.
Dang.
Um,
Yeah, that's bad.
it just turned into a bad situation, a bad thing. And then there was another one too. So
Mhm.
like I kind of had like three guys ish in mind when I wrote this.
Mhm.
But I mean, the main person being my ex, because he's
Gotcha.
the one that like left my heart beaten, broken, bruised, and abused by the words
Yeah.
that were used. But now, so I was like, that's my little snippet. But now I have revised it into a kind of part two, um, where
Can
there's,
we, would you mind if I pause it right quick?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Give me 1 second. My mom's calling me and I don't really know why.
sure.
So I'm kind of like, she's on my own. And like when she calls me irregularly, it's kind of, I'm just like, okay, like, what's up?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Pause the recording, pause it, pause everything.
I want to definitely capture this. So- Actually, you know what? I think she just texted me.
Okay.
All right, so you can go ahead. I'm sorry, I won't pause it. You can go ahead.
Are you
Sorry.
sure?
Yep, I'm
Okay.
good.
Everything's good.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So this is part two, of, and I named it Walls.
Okay.
Um, I've built these walls where a door used to be, all because I kept giving the wrong man a key. Never should have let them in, left my heart bruised, beaten, and battered. Words like weapons left me shattered. Finding myself has been a long, winding road, learning each day who to trust, who to hold. Now I lock up my heart, let the chain rust, protecting the pieces, guarding my trust. Until
Mm,
now, that's been my weary refrain. I didn't notice the walls start to wane. Little by little, you've come like a storm, showing me kindness and love in true form. I don't know how to take it or what to believe. Some walls may stand tall, refusing to leave. Trust broken by others lingers still, guarded by locks, yet I feel a thrill. Will you find the key, unlock what I fear? Only time will tell if the path will be clear.
mm,
What ifs linger like shadows in my mind, but maybe,
mm.
just maybe, there's peace I can find. So that is
That is good.
two, ending with hope. And that's all I want to say about that one.
You- Okay, so well, okay, for the second part, you gotta break that down just a little bit. Come on now. We gotta, I guess a little more. You
I
can't just leave it
was
there.
give you more. I don't have to.
You kind of have to give it to me. Come on now.
What do you want? What do you what do you want to know?
I mean, the synopsis of like why a part two. I don't typically hear poems with two parts. You know what I'm saying? Like
You don't hear two part? The
you
second
don't.
part is the second part of it is the like, so the first part is like it's a little bit changed, but the second
Mhm,
part is like I don't know if you heard the hope part, but it says until now that's been my weary refrain. I didn't notice the walls start to wane.
mhm,
Little by little you've come like a storm, showing me kindness and love in true form. So there's people or a person
mhm,
that's come in that's shown me that I can have trust again.
mhm.
Um, it doesn't mean that the walls are still down.
Yeah.
It says, like, it goes on, I don't know how to take it or what to believe. Some walls may stand tall, refusing to leave. Trust broken by others lingers still, guarded by locks, yet I feel a thrill. So there's like the hope. Like, it's like, there's still like guards, there's still those walls, there's still
Yeah.
that level of like, I don't know, be another, will there, will this be another lesson or will,
Yeah. Yeah.
or what will happen?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Okay, one
Um,
second. Hey, how you doing? Rachel, I mean, but no, that's good. That's good. So part two was kind of like a redemption
Yeah, like a
to
redemption. Hmm.
okay,
Like it's just like adding to it, like added some lines. Like
yeah,
it's like it doesn't end in just like my heart is locked forever, basically. Like
yeah,
that's how it ended the first time.
yeah. That's good.
You know, that
How long are you all open? Well, how long are you open tonight? After nine, maybe at nine. Okay.
me. Oh wait, no.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's mm, yeah, it goes down from there. Gotcha. Okay. The pizza smells so good. I was like, man, I may get cut of on. Yeah, I definitely will. Definitely will. Thank you. Have a good one. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's
So
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, because like the way this ended before was
yeah,
lock up my heart and let the chain rest. And now it ends with,
yeah.
will you find the key, unlock what I fear? Only time will tell if the path will be clear.
Mhm.
What if linger like shadows in my mind? But maybe, just maybe, there's peace I can find. So, and like it ends with hope. Like
Yeah,
it's like perhaps, perhaps.
yeah,
But there's still like the like, you know, like I said, like the what ifs are
yeah,
still like there's still like the thoughts,
yeah,
you know, and the trust that has been broken, like I said, what was it? Trust broken by others lingers still. Um, so it still takes time. It's like healing takes time and emotions. Like even when you have somebody
absolutely.
pouring into you,
Yeah,
there's still those lingering thoughts of like, when is the other shoe gonna drop? When will this happen?
yeah,
Not that you like, you know, not that you want to put this on someone, like you're not trying to put what others did to you on them
yeah,
because everybody is different.
absolutely.
At the same time, when you've been hurt, it takes time to trust again. And regardless, and even to like, you know, sometimes when you've been hurt by someone like who showed you the right things at the beginning, but again, like we were talking about before, it's like they were faking who they were, and then
Yeah,
their self showed up later. Sometimes you think, is that what this is?
yeah.
And again, and it's like it says, so only time will tell.
It's all tough. Yeah, good. That's good. That's good. Give us more. Give us more.
All right, so that one we did walls.
Come
What
on.
next?
Had a whole poem with a part two. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I guess I just like revised it.
It was fire. That was fire.
Okay, then we have this one. It's called I No Longer Defend.
Mm,
I no longer defend, no need to conform, no longer striving to fit the norm. I'll
mm,
stay true to myself, let my spirit soar, being me without fear, embracing my core. I won't justify the paths that I choose, nor explain every word, I have nothing to lose. As long as my heart speaks with love and with grace, I'll share my truth boldly, no need to erase.
mm,
Values I cherish, the light that I share, are woven with kindness, a testament rare. In this life, I believe love is our due to all living beings, and that includes you. So here I stand firm with love as my guide, embracing my essence with nothing to hide. I am enough, just as I am, a beacon of truth, a vibrant flame. That one is basically just like uh, I I don't have to defend myself anymore.
mm,
Like I'm not like a person who's going to defend myself anymore.
mm.
Like you're either going to accept me or you're not.
Yeah,
And as long as I'm like, to me, as long as I am showing love and
Yeah.
like bringing love to this world, that's like, that's what it is. Like, if you don't see that,
Mm,
that's okay.
yeah.
I don't have to explain myself or explain like the reason that I should exist,
Yeah.
I guess, or be in a position or, or what I've done.
Yeah.
As long as I am holding true, I guess, to myself
Yeah.
and to love. Like that's the main yeah,
Mm,
that's
wow.
the main thing with that
Yeah.
one.
That's good.
Hmm. Was
Yeah,
that
that's good.
was that
Well,
enough?
if I could pry a little bit, like where were you, in life in writing this? Like I don't have to prove myself. Like where were you?
Oh, I mean, this was recently. Like I just
Mm,
recently wrote this. Like I
okay.
wrote all of these. Written all of these recently.
Recently. Wow.
They're
Wow.
all like actually, I think when I posted them on the group, that's when they were written.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess
And were you addressing someone specifically here or something? I have to prove
um
myself.
there are like specific situations that have happened, that I was
You don't want
like,
to share that. You don't want to. It's personal.
no, no, there's no need to share
Okay.
specifics.
Yeah. I'm curious.
I
But no,
know.
but
We
I
love
get it.
this, but there's also, I think, there's a level of this has been recorded, and there's no need to like, to me, there's no need to like um hash things that have
Yeah.
hashed before.
You're writing these and posting these at the same around the same time.
Yeah.
Is that meaning or indicating that poetry to you comes easily, or you just write what first comes on your mind, or what's
I think,
making it so fluid?
yeah, I guess for me, it's just like, well, lately I've had more inspiration. Like I think being happier, being more free has allowed
Mhm.
that level of expression to come out.
Mm.
Um, and then,
Oh wow, that
uh,
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
yeah, um, and then I guess feeling like you have a safe place to share it too,
Hmm.
um, is is good as well.
Yeah.
Not that you have to share every poem that you write either. Some of them can just be for you. But um, but I
You
think
feel
that
like you feel like my group is a safe place.
yeah.
That's so dope. Wow, I appreciate that.
um, and there has been like a level of like inspiration that I've gotten from like your groups.
Mm. Wow.
So I would say, um, yeah. I don't remember if you had two parts to that question or not. So I don't know if I answered them.
No, you answered it. Yeah, it was one part. You answered it.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, just a level of just understanding your mindset behind the fluidness. It's so fluid. It seems like it's just flowing out of you, and
Yeah.
you
I mean, it does take like some of them
like
like to
you hit on the fact that you're happy. Hmm.
yeah. I mean, it
Go
does
ahead.
help like that freedom. And then I think like sometimes like, like I said before, like this, I think I've only written four. I think
Mm,
I have this very last one. Yeah, this very last one kind
mm,
of came in. It was a little bit of like waves, right?
mm,
Like there was
mm,
words that like were stuck in my mind,
mm,
like, and then I was trying to figure out how to really like capture the essence of what I wanted to say.
mm,
And and honestly, it was really funny because I had the words flowing in my head.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
then I think it was that night that you had posted that poem about like writing, like just write I
Mm,
don't remember exactly what you said, just like write the poem or something like that. That was the essence of it.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know what you said.
Yeah. I remember you commented on it, like, I think I'm gonna write something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Something.
and then I wrote this next one because the
Wow.
words had been in my head like throughout the day. But then
Yeah.
like when I saw that, I was like, okay, I'll just write it. Yeah, I'll just write it.
Oh, and this is the next one that you're about to read.
The next one, this is the next one and the last one I've got.
Really? Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You bled me dry of all my
Hey. Hey. And I'm gonna keep on, so keep on writing.
So this one is called Free to Be Me.
Okay.
Where once there were chains, now I soar unconfined, free to dance, free to sing, free to laugh, free to be. Free to be me, no need to hide. You embrace the pieces once cast aside and despised. The way I talk, the way I walk, my playful heart, my silly side. You don't look down or call me names, no labels, no shame, just love that remains. These healing nights, our laughter flows, and tender talks, true connection grows. Still learning to receive what's easy to give, but I cherish the space where I can truly live. Free to be loud, free to be still, free to express without fear, no need to hide. Just love and kindness from me and from you. In this beautiful truth, I can simply be true. It's a gift, this freedom we share, a dance of acceptance, a breath of fresh air.
Mhm. Wow. Love it. You gotta break it down. Come on. Come on. Come on with it. We
Well,
we
this one,
need the breakdown.
you need the breakdown. This
Yes.
one, this one is like just, um, I'm free to be me. I don't
Hmm.
feel like like I said in my marriage before, I felt so stifled
Mm.
and like, you know, I guess torn down. Like wasn't like some of the things like he didn't like the way I talked.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't like my laugh was annoying. There was a lot of things that were just annoying to him.
Yeah.
So about me. And now I'm in a place where I'm free to be me.
Yeah.
Um, and there's like specific people that I can talk to and like they love who I am.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
What?
I don't
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
don't always know how to talk about my poetry,
Yeah.
but because I've never talked about it. But there it is.
Please help me, though. They said please help us. So I was like, well,
What did you say?
no, I think they were giving us candy. I think for Halloween.
That's nice.
Yeah. I didn't want to be too greedy.
What kind did you get?
No, I didn't actually. I didn't go inside of it. I just I wanted to. Man, I wanted to. I'm not even lying. They're like delivery drivers, help yourselves. Please help yourselves. But I couldn't figure out how to open up the box.
Oh, dang.
I know.
Dang. That stinks. Those are all my poems. That's all I got, Trey.
Really? No, no, no. It's fine. I get it. I want you to write, you know, what naturally comes out, like
Yeah.
it's the main thing. So it's completely fine. Let's see.
There was this one time, like when I was walking to the gym once from my like dropping on my car, I had a whole like poem that went through my head, but I forgot to write it down
Really?
for what it was.
How dare you? You should never tell. Why would you tell me that? Like, would have been better if you just didn't tell me anything.
Well, I want to know what it was too. I forgot.
Yeah. Oh, you would have what it was too.
I don't even remember. It was a good one.
That's that.
It was a good one, I think. I'm sure. I mean, I remember kind of what the essence was
Hmm.
based around people.
But
And
but what you just wrote, what you just read, rather, it was just incredible. Like, please, like, you've given me more than enough to work with, not just in content, but just you've saturated me with your heart. I feel like poetry is writing from your heart. If that's not what you're doing, I don't want to hear it. It's like you can't make poetry up, even though it's made
no,
up.
yeah, but it really is. Well, and that's another thing that's like sometimes it's very difficult to share because
Yeah,
it is really intimate. It's like super
yeah,
it's like vulnerable and sharing like a piece of myself that I'm like, it's a very raw and real. Like
yeah,
this is the inside of my mind.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Um, and like, part of it is like, what are you going to do with it?
yeah.
Like, how are you going to respond to it? Or how, yeah.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing. And again, I appreciate you because there's a level of transparency that comes with this. If you are being transparent, you are being vulnerable, in your poetry. Poetry is, you know, I think Charles Bukowski, I think a quote of his was, poetry is what is when nothing else can, or something like that. Like, it's poetry is the last defense. It's the last thing you have. It's the last uh front that you can do in battle. It's the last thing that you have. If poetry can't do it, then nothing can. That's kind of, what I'm saying, like it's that. Poetry is that. And so you being vulnerable, you being someone who's willing to be vulnerable and be um transparent and sharing what you feel, I can't thank you enough. Now we do have to end it off. We still got some minutes left. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
pause the call
Okay.
and you gotta play back some of those songs from what's her name. And maybe you can explain one, or maybe you can explain what it means to you, because songs are poetry. So
Oh, songs are,
I
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, there's a new one. There's a new one
that she
that
has.
well, not that she has, but that I discovered yesterday at the
Come
gym.
on, play come on,
Oh,
come
this
on,
one's
play it.
amazing.
Play it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hold on.
Play
Well,
it.
can we play it while you're recording or no?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna have to pause it. Let me get to a stop. Is this a red light? Okay, I think it's a red
I
light.
mean, or I could sing part of the lyrics, like instead of having her do it.
I mean, if you want, you can do both. I mean, I'm fine with that.
And
Like,
while we're recording until you get to a safe place.
okay, so I'm about to pause it now. I'm at a red light.
Oh, okay.